I know I just put up a video. I put a lot of video, I watch a lot of videos on YouTube a lot and see how some of these people put them up and they get interviews by like Ellen DeGeneres or, Tyra or things like that, One of my dreams since I was little, probably 11, 12 years old, I would watch the Ellen DeGeneres show and, that was one of my favorite shows, and I don't know if it still comes on. I've always wanted to meet her, and I tend not to give my hopes up on a lot of stuff. I really wish I could meet her one day. She's pretty awesome. I kind of understand where she came from when, she had came out and told her dad and her mom. I never got to tell my daddy, like I said, he never really cared about me. He left. But I told my mom when I was 13 years old, and she had asked me, why do you dress like a guy? And I was like, do you really want to know? And she was like, yeah. I was like, Mom, I'm a lesbian. And she broke down and cried. And she, always told me a mother's dream was to see her daughter get married in a white dress. And, and I told her that dream still can come true, but I won't be in a dress. I won't be in a dress. I'll be in a tuxedo. And my mom didn't really want to agree with it for a little while. She was kind of, oh, it's just a phase, you'll break out of it. And, I told her when I was 13, I'm 19 now, I'll be 20. And it's been, 8 years since I came out to her, and she finally accepted it and finally realized, hey, my daughter's, a lesbian, I'm going to support her, and, she'll always be my daughter. But at times I really wonder, does she really accept me being a lesbian? Does she really, support me? Every day I get put down by people in my family because I've messed up so much, and it's really heartbreaking when you get put down by your own family, and especially your own mother. At 17, I found out my mom had cancer, and I took it okay. I stood by her side. I was at her, I was at the hospital when she went through, her surgery, and now 3 years later, she's in remission and she's doing a whole lot better. She's not the only family member that's had cancer. My grandfather had it. He passed away of lung cancer. It broke my heart because I was there, and he was the only thing I had left. And for me to lose my grandfather and realize that he's not here no more, it kind of really hurts. And I lost another grandfather January 23rd of this year to leukemia, and I didn't really see him much, but I knew he cared. And just to know that he's in a better place, I'm happy. And, my middle sister, she had ovarian cancer at the age of 13, and I told her if she loses her hair, I'd cut mine off, and she lost it, and as you can see, I cut it off for her. I had really, really long hair, and gave it to her. Told her she doesn't have to feel left out, and her and I ain't close anymore. She turned her back on me also. By the grace of God, she had a kid though. The doctor told her she'd never be able to have a kid. And 2 years later, I have a niece that's 2. I don't really get to see her. I don't really get to see hardly any of my nieces and nephews anymore, and it's really heartbreaking, and I just wish I could go back in time and change everything that I've ever done, and just tell my family that I'm sorry for ever hurting them, and they just don't care to hear it. I really wish that I could just have that one dream come true and be able to meet Ellen DeGeneres and, just tell her, just sit down and talk to her and tell her about my life, and just see what she has to say, and, if she has any advice, I'd love to take it and get my life back on track, and and be somebody, and not have to be out on the streets and in the cold and worrying about if one day I could be murdered, or if one day I could get sick and not be able to tell my family because they don't want to be there for me. But if y'all watch this, Ellen, if you see this, I have 2 other videos up, and I put my email address in one, and you can also find me on Facebook as Helen Acosta, or you can email me at reneedixiegirl@aol.com. So, if you have any advice or any comments or anything, leave them. Thanks.